Everyone, so today I'm gonna make a video about how living a simple life can be fun. I have my notes here, so sometimes I will look down to see my notes, but today it's gonna be pretty much a chatty video. It's not gonna be super scripted. I just have some bullet points of what I want to talk about, and yeah, I hope you stay to chat with me and please comment down below all your thoughts and feelings about this subject. I would love to hear from you and I would love to read your comments. So, yeah, let's get started. So, why I think simple life can be fun. So, I'm 30 years old now. I was born in 1994 and I feel like for the very first time I feel content and happy living a simple life, especially looking back from the beginning. I was a sheltered kid. I had a beautiful childhood. I have a normal family. Each family, of course, comes with its own problem and its own issue, but my family, even though we have those issue or problem, we're still quite normal. And I had a happy childhood, even though started like we move around a lot and it can be quite difficult. But honestly, I am so grateful that nothing major happened when I was little that impacted me heavily. Why I'm talking about that because I feel like back then I was also living a simple life. I was just like playing, going to school, and just like hanging out with my family, no worries at all. Just like probably all most of our childhood, maybe your childhood as well. Like I think it's like normal for kids to have like more simple outlook on life and quite simple living. But then I noticed since we moved to the city, so we used to live in a more smaller town and more kind of nature place. And then we moved to the city, and then we moved. There was some part of my life that our family moved abroad. Then I started wanting more, which is normal because people around me have more to show, and then it's normal to want more once you move on in life. But yeah, long story short, sorry if I'm kind of rambling. I used to have a simple life until I moved to the city, and I've seen people have more things and have more places to go, and then go to like different places to travel, blah 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 blah. But I feel like also since I have this like simple life, maybe sometimes it can be a little bit boring as well. Um, do you know what I mean? Like even though it's simple and it's peaceful and it's sweet, like my childhood, growing up, because I was also sheltered, like my parents would ask me like where are you going, who you're going with. I don't really do like naughty things and not naughty but like exploring like nightlife and stuff like that until I'm in my bachelor degree, which is like I'm 18 or 19. And I would consider that quite a late bloomer because I feel like other kids already experienced like maybe going on a nightclub or going out at night somewhere, like to a bar or something like that here in Jakarta, I mean. But I only started that when I was maybe even like 19 or 20, not even like 18. So that's when that was when I went for school abroad. I did my bachelor in the Netherlands, and then there I really started to explore, start to figure out my life, like myself, and what I like, and my personality, and I was truly become myself. But I had so much fun that I become like I always want to do things, um, like and I also kind of thinking back like, oh, I was feeling so bored like all these years, like in like sometimes I can be just like a homebody and I just like kind of stick around my parents too much because I was sheltered. So I was like kind of going kind of a little bit like not mad, not crazy, but kind of just like like when you have freedom, when you don't didn't have it before, like for example, maybe like when you used to live with your parents and then you move out on your own, or yeah, or like me, I moved out of my own and then I'm in a new, totally different country. So I have that freedom. Since then, like I partied a lot, I go out a lot, even just like going to a park, going shopping, going explore a new city, which is like totally normal things. Like if you study abroad, and I was making friends, I was joining events, I was doing everything, and I just like was so happy actually. Like I was so happy. I never said that fulfilling like life that is like full is not good. No, I never said that. But the aftermath of that, I feel like when I came back to Jakarta, I just feel like I was so lost. I was so, like a reverse cultural shock. Like I had so much fun in the Netherlands, and then when I came back to Jakarta, it's just totally different environment and totally different place. And I just got like culture shock, like reverse culture shock. And I was so down. I got depressed then because I broke up with my ex-boyfriend like when I was studying like years ago. And I had a fight with my parents because they didn't let me do what I want to do. I'm not even going to go in there, but then I got depressed and stuff like that. And yeah, I was just holding on to things, and I feel like if then I would just let go and I would just like enjoy going back to simple life, or if I just like find something that will make me happy, I wouldn't have not been depressed. I feel like I have that depressed gene, it runs in my family. But if I didn't like isolate myself, if I didn't just feel so, how do you say that? Like, oh, I want to go back to that fun life. This simple life, this boring life is just not what I want, or it's just not how it is. And it's totally free. It's totally fine if you don't want a simple life. But sometimes circumstances, like my circumstances, makes me have a simple life. Like there's this period of life that sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's like adventure, and sometimes it's just simple and mundane, and it's okay. It's not like in social media all the time. I feel like these days in the era of social media, everybody just like seems like have such a full life. And not everybody, but like those like who travels all the time, who's like, oh yeah, you have to like achieve your dream life because this and that. Like if you're just working a corporate life, it's like enough, it's not enough. You have to be able to travel, you have to be flexible, you have to do like financial freedom, blah blah blah. Which is like, it's true for some people, but it's not for all of us. I feel like I'm working 9 to 5 now for like years, and I'm doing YouTube on the side for fun. This is just for hobby for me. I'm not expecting to make money. I'm just hoping to connect with people, and also I have like all these thoughts in my head that I want to share. Like today, like I rambled on, and I hope this can be useful for someone, even at least one person who relate with my video. I will be so happy. Like I just feel like I have a friend who have the same experience. But yeah, I think it's okay to have a simple life because even for me right now, I'm working 9 to 5. I'm saving up for traveling twice a year on like annual leave, my annual leave, and I'm saving up for like For example, I'm saving up for a Dyson Air Straight because I just want to do better with my hair next year in 2025. Like I just have to save up. I cannot just like, for example, get into debt just to have like this seemingly perfect life, like travel all the time or what shopping all the time. So I feel like having a simple life, like just embracing it. Sometimes I'm just stay at home, like I work out every day in the morning, but then after that, on the weekend, I go to work, and then on the weekend, sometimes I would just stay at home. Whereas when I was young, I would just like always thinking like, oh, where am I going? Who am I going with? Like, do I have the money for that? Blah blah blah. But now I'm just like, if I don't have anything planned with my friends, or if I don't have money, I'm just gonna stay at home, and it's fine. I'm read my book, I watch YouTube, I make YouTube videos, and then I would clean my room, I would declutter. As you can see, my channel is also about minimalism and just left like I want it to be also like a lifestyle video. So yeah, actually, like you can save money for just staying at home and having a simple life, and also you can rest and you can learn to not have FOMO, and you can have JOMO, joy of missing out. Like there's always gonna be something out there, and but it's always gonna be there. Like when you're ready, when you have like money and time, friends to go with, or even if you just want to go by yourself, it's always going to be out there. But if you just like worrying about like what you're going to do, like which party are you going to go to, it's just never going to end, and like it's just going to be it's going to feel also not so special. Like for example, if I go out now, like tomorrow, like today, I'm actually having a flight to Bangkok, and I'm going until the 3rd of January, and I'm going to spend New Year's in Bangkok and my friend's birthday in Bangkok, and then just like with my best friend, with one of my best friend in Bangkok. So everything is just gonna be so special for me. And the night out will feel special because I don't go out a lot, and like if I drink, it will feel so special because I don't drink a lot, and if I buy something, it will feel special because I don't shop a lot. At least not as much as I used to. So yeah, having a simple life actually make everything's more special. And then um yeah, you can do what you like. I wrote down also you can do what you like this is what I mean is like us as a normal people is actually such a privilege in a sense that we can do whatever we want. Like if I want to book, if I'm bored, let's say if I don't have anything to do, I can book a class from ClassPass, like a workout class from ClassPass, for example. I can just like work out around my neighborhood, like have a jog, or have a walk. I can go to a cafe. Imagine if you're like, for example, a celebrity, just for them to go to a cafe, just for them to take a class from ClassPass, it will be so much difficult because then there will be people like staring at them. There will be people like, oh my God, imagine, for example, imagine I'm Dua Lipa. And then because I love Dua Lipa, and imagine she wants to go to a neighborhood ClassPass class. It will be a little bit challenging, I feel like, because it will be like, oh my God, it's Dua Lipa. Oh my God, can I have your autograph? Can I have your photos? Blah, blah, blah. For us, it will be just like, okay, it will be fine. You can just go whenever you want, wherever you want. And also, um, for example, I think that some people can glorify like having a remote job, or like be, how do you say that, like have this flexible life, not working corporate life. If you're working a corporate life, you're like suck, or you're like, oh, like you're not doing enough in life. You're not like this like flexible and free and financially freedom, blah blah blah. But that's not true. Like, okay, being like like a successful influencer or content creator that doesn't have to go to work in the office, it's cool. Like there's nothing wrong with that. That's totally cool. But then people like me, people like normal people, like waitress, bank teller, yeah, I mean, police, like everyone serves such a meaningful purpose and meaningful, and it's very a meaningful thing to do, even though you don't feel that way. Let's say you work a corporate life and a corporate job and you don't like it and you want to be more free, of course, works towards that. I'm not saying like you cannot think about it and you cannot want it, but like meanwhile while you're working toward what you want, let's say if you want to be an influencer or content creator, but still be grateful of where you at, because there's nothing wrong being a corporate worker, like working 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong as long as it's a, like, how do you say that, it's a, here we call it's like halal money. What I mean is like it's come from hard work, and the money comes from hard work, and it's come from a good source, blah blah blah. So don't ever feel ashamed of being a corporate worker or working a normal job, because whatever you do, it's meaningful, it's useful for other people. Like I'm thinking, if I'm not there in my company, then my colleague will have more workload. Even the smallest thing like that, my boss will have more workload. And then yeah, I feel like my role there, even though it's minor compared to other people's role in my company, it's still meaningful, and I can make it more meaningful. I can learn more around the industry I'm working at. I can do so much thing to improve myself in that industry. So even if, like, let's say work is slow, I can read on things about that industry. I can ask my colleague, like, to learn from them, blah blah blah. I can ask for more opportunity and more workload. So just make it meaningful, and you'll see like you'll grow. And then, for example, I want to make content on the side, and I do it on the weekends, or I do it when I have free time. Like today is the start of my day off, and then in the afternoon I will go to the airport, but then I'm making time in the morning to record a YouTube video. So yeah, and yeah, just make it meaningful, whatever you do. Life is always going to be ups and downs. There's going to be fun moments. You're going to have such a great time, yeah, but it's such a great time and it's such a great moments. But then there will be time that it will be go down, or it will be boring, it will be mundane, but that's life. If it's always fun, then you will not appreciate the fun. If your life is always fun, it will not become fun anymore. So if the fact that sometimes it's boring, sometimes it's mundane, once you have fun time, like today I'm going on my trip, I'm so excited because I know it's going to be so fun. I'm going to appreciate it so much. It's going to be so special, especially with my friends, and it's a new place I've never been, blah blah blah. Imagine if I go to Bangkok every month, or imagine I travel every month or every week even. I will not appreciate it as much as this. I will be just like, it's just Bangkok, or oh, it's just LA, or it's just Paris. I know it sounds silly, but it's true. Like if you go to Paris every week, it's just gonna be Paris. But if you go to Paris every other year, or even just one time in your life, it will be so special because, yeah, it's Paris. You know what I mean, right? Like, okay, I'm just reading my notes also sometimes. Yeah, so it makes it more special. And yeah, but I do have some tips. Um, like I said before, like if you have an aspiration, if you have a dream, go work towards it. I'm not saying like just stay constant, just stay where you at, and just stay happy. Even like just pretend to be happy even if you're not happy. Just being grateful is totally different than just not growing. Like still grow. Like if you want to have a dream, like make your own business, or if you want to, even just the small thing, you want to get a promotion, work towards that. Like put more effort at work. um, Make a business plan, or make a content plan like I do. Like I wrote all my content plans on my notes on my computer. So yeah, like even though, for example, this is just hobby for me, but I feel like I'm so happy every time I record my video because I feel like I'm doing more. Like I'm like even though I have a simple life, but like in my day, other than reading book, other than watching YouTube and um, talking to my family, talking with my friends or whatever, I also record YouTube video that I am happy about, like I'm passionate about, you know. So yeah, and then also still plan your week, you know. That's what I do. Like even though I have a simple life, I still plan my week, I still plan my day, so I know what I'm doing that day, you know. Like today I wake up, I plan to work out a little bit more because I have day off, so I did strength training a little bit, like a home workout with barbell dumbbell, and then I went out for like 45 minutes or even more for a jog around the neighborhood. Like I did like walk run around the neighborhood, you know. So, and then I plan to wash my hair, even the small stuff like that, and then dry it, and then final packing for my trip. And then also I remember to email one last thing to my colleague about work so I can hand over to them while I'm away, and record this YouTube channel, and then book my taxi for later, you know, to the airport, you know, those kind of stuff, you know. Just and then yeah, you just plan your day, like even though it's normal, don't let it flow, you know. Sometimes I think the problem with people feeling bored of their life, of their simple life, of their mundane life is to just let it blur, you know. They make it like life like a blur. Don't be like that, you know. Life doesn't have to be a blur. Like even though it's a normal mundane life, you can make it special every day. Like today, for example, like yesterday, for example, what makes yesterday special, I had a team lunch with my colleagues, you know, for end year Christmas kind of lunch. And we planned it together, and then we just decided yesterday we would go out during lunch and eat at a nice restaurant, you know. That's like one special thing that I did yesterday. And every day, my one special thing is actually working out. I got so excited now. Like I'm on a weight loss journey, so I've lost 7 kg so far, and I'm so excited. I want to lose more, like maybe 5 more kg. So yeah, I want to lose 5 more kg. So I want to lose around 12, 13 kg because yeah, that will be another video. I will make a weight loss video. But yeah, like every day I wake up, I'm very excited to work out, you know, because it's already part of my habit, like more morning habit. So I'm very excited every day to just work out, you know. And I also plan my meal in an app, and I also I plan my meal, plan my workout. That's what makes it special. And at work, I plan my work, what my tasks, what I have to do, blah blah blah. So everything's planned, you know. Of course, sometimes you can rest and you don't have to plan so much. That's fine, but just do something special every day because every day is special, even though you're not an influencer traveling to Bali or to Australia or to Paris, you know, but just make every day in your normal life special, you know. Even like yesterday, I put lemon water in my water that I drink. I already feel that it's so special because I don't usually do that, and I feel like, turns out lemon water tastes nice and I feel good drinking it, you know, those kind of things. So variety is the spice of life. So don't forget that. Just do something special every day, you know, like even treat yourself sometimes. If you feel like, okay, today maybe I feel a little bit in a rut, let's have a walk, you know, and then during my walk, maybe I can um, order, I don't know, in Indonesia, you can't really like walk to a store. Well, you can, but I don't know. It's a little bit different than in a Western country. What I mean, I feel like in Western country, you can walk to a bakery and then you buy like a nice bread. But here, it's totally different. I feel like, yeah, you can kind of walk into a store and maybe get an ice cream or get you know what I mean? Just like treat yourself sometimes if you're in a rut, and that's okay. You know, you don't like, I'm in a weight loss journey, but I don't want to be too strict, you know? So if I want to treat myself sometimes, I would do that. And yeah. And then last but not least, have a routine, have a like a simple morning and night routine. For example, I told you about my morning. I always work out. I always also do a gratitude. No, that's my night. Sorry, I always do journaling, like in my planner and also in my diary. I also no, I am now I want to incorporate my lemon water, for example. And I also pray, like I would do like a morning prayer, this kind of thing. And at night I would like put time to talk to my family after like working the whole day. I want to spend time with them a little bit, and then I do my gratitude journal, like just three things that I'm grateful for that day, and this kind of thing. So yeah, that's I think that's what makes my simple life, I feel like, still feeling good and structured. I feel like I'm still doing things like planning my day. I have a routine, and also all the things that now I lost my train of thoughts, but yeah, all the things that I've told you before. And please don't feel bad if you have just like a normal life. You're doing your best, and of course still talk to people, still surround yourself with good people, and don't seclude yourself, don't isolate yourself, and of course still work on your dream and your passion and where you want to be, like if you want to get a promotion or if you want to quit and start a business, whatever. But it's totally okay to have a normal, simple life. So yeah, thank you so much for watching today. I'll see you in the next video, and yeah, have a nice day. Bye.